Hello everyone, SPSA here, and welcome back to another Fortnite video. Yeah, I'm literally just going to be playing Fortnite in this one. There's no rhyme or reason, just playing Fortnite. Anyway, as usual, if you guys want to support me financially, there will be a link to the Patreon in the description. Anyway, let's hop into game number 1. Alright, game 1, and as you can see, it's Fortnite OG. Fortnite OG is game 1. Cause I don't really think I've covered OG enough. Well, Season 7 of OG, specifically, enough, so I'm doing that. And, so, if you've been keeping up with the channel lately, you'll know that I made a new plush video. This one is a remake of a 2021/Season 7 video, The Cookie Problem. Now, the original Cookie Problem is only like a minute and a half shorter than the new Cookie Problem, so if you haven't seen it yet, that should be a easy thing to do, but even then, it doesn't really matter, because the new video is not really much like the old video. The only thing it really has in common with the original is its title and premise. And I guess kinda the ending? Because, spoilers if you haven't seen the original Cookie Problem. The original ends with Mario coming in and eating the cookie, and the new, and the remake also ends with Mario coming in and eating the cookie. Other than that, the two videos are different. The original video, I guess, was entertaining to me. Well, entertaining and funny to me. Get out of here, Alexa. Get out of here, Alexa. There's only one person that can make that skin work. It ain't you. Anyway. So. The original video derived its, I guess, humor on the fact that it was a single take. There were no cuts, and it was just a single take throughout the whole thing. There were no edits either. The new one derives its humor from the fact that it's just random. The original shenanigans happen because it's a single take. I needed to just rapid fire come up with things to happen in the video. Well, since SPSA Rebooted has a more refined editing style, and is just more refined because it's newer and I've taken more time to refine my craft, but the new Cookie Problem, the remake, derives its humor from just being random. And yeah, y'all can argue semantics in the comments, but yeah, it's an animal cracker, not a cookie, but it's the same principle. They're fighting over who gets the last one. But I kind of flipped that premise on its head by having Mickey just come in and be like, I'm suing you for the, I guess, intellectual property rights for your cookie. And that's what happens here. And yeah, Sage pointed out to me that I don't use correct court terminology in it, which is really the only flaw this video has, is that I use incorrect court terminology, but,
to be fair, I'm not a judge. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Well, you sure love judging my ability to play Fortnite.
Eat my ass.
Well, it's not really incorrect court terminology, I just use said terminology incorrectly. I do not know if that sentence made any sense, but, you know, whatevs. So yeah, and then I have another plush video in the works. That is the first part of the King of the Gamers remake. And I don't want to spoil anything for that one, so I'm not going to say much about it. And in a previous Fortnite video, I did... What are you doing, buddy? Buddy, come here. Did you even have a weapon? You did. Why didn't you come at... why didn't you fire it? Yeah, whatever. Yeah, and if you want to run down to the original King of the Gamers, I did do that in a previous video, so... I did that in Fortnite, but I rant about Tails, but I yap about Tails and Stairs. So if you wanna know more about the original King of the Gamers, go watch that.
Bruh.
Okay, I guess I'll talk about this in Game 2. See y'all in Game 2. Okay, Game 2. And one thing I've been kind of, I guess, formulating / workshopping, and one thing that I have given thought about in the past is, I'm a plush tuber. I've made a couple of, I guess you could call them OCs, within my plush series. And obviously, the obvious step to go with, that would be to, merchandise said original characters, with plushes of said original characters. And, I have given this some thought. There are a few characters that I'd want to, make into plushes. Now, the first one I'd want to do is, my plush Sona. But I know that's not really marketable because she's, outside of a couple of videos, isn't really that notable of a character, so, she probably wouldn't be my first choice, because I don't think she'd be very marketable as a plush, considering she's one of the less iconic characters on the show. So that leaves me with two other characters. Bitterman, aka Mr. Febreze, and Brooklyn Cop.
Don't turn me into a marketable plushie.
I'll market my foot up your ass.
Now, Bitterman, aka Mr. Febreze, I'm just gonna call him Mr. Febreze, because those who have exclusively seen the Fortnite content will know him by that name. So, Mr. Febreze is a character that, I introduced properly to the show in, I believe, either 2018 or 2019. Fuck. Okay. Game 3. Okay, so, yeah, he's a character that I introduced around 2019. He had two iterations. The first iteration appeared in Tails Gets Arrested, although... Actually, no, because he would have been the Red Bear in Tails Gets Arrested and Bowser Jr. Dies. I don't think I actually published a video with him in his pre-Red Bear iteration. I'll have to go back and check, or hell, Meeper will probably fact check me in the comments section of this video, but yeah, I don't think I published a video with Bitterman in his pre-Red Bear iteration, but I could be wrong. And I probably am, because, you know, it's a 10-year-old show. It's a 10-year-old show. The Wolf Phantom 46, okay. But, yeah. He's a character that I introduced in 2019, and, he's the news guy. He's the guy that does the news. And if it's not painfully obvious, he is loosely, and nowadays I say very loosely, because I think the only thing carried over from his inspiration nowadays is his voice, but he is, of course, inspired by Mr. Goodman from SML. Now, yeah, I say he's very loosely based on Goodman from SML because I think really the only thing Bitterman / Mr. Febreze and Goodman have in common are their voices. They both have very similar voices. So yeah, now he's probably made just as many appearances as Brooklyn Cop has. Editor Raya can also fact check. If she feels like it. I believe Brooklyn Cop actually appeared in the show first. Across the whole show, Brooklyn Cop and Bitterman / Mr. Febreze have had numerous appearances throughout the show. So they're why I've thought that, hey, they're going to be the characters I get plushes made of first, because it's Frozen. There's normally a chest. Now, Mr. Febreze, since he's just a red bear I got at Walmart years ago, he wouldn't really need to change much in design, really. I'd probably add maybe like a little suit, a little suit and tie, and one of those like pointing stick things. Since, you know, I mean, I guess that's more for weather people, because they use the pointing stick. So maybe the only change I would make is the suit and tie, but to homage his original design, or I guess how he appears in the show, I would model the tie after the little ribbon he wears around his neck. Brooklyn Cop would also be an easy character to translate, since I don't have to make him legally distinct, even though I don't really have to make any of these characters legally distinct, because they're my OCs, and I'm just using generic enough blushes for them. But for Brooklyn Cop, he is a camo pattern Build-A-Bear, and he's wearing a police outfit, hence the name Brooklyn Cop. And for him, I'd keep him the exact same. Just camouflage teddy bear with a police outfit. Now, a more niche character in the world of Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures, at least, she is not at all a niche character if you're familiar with any of my other work. But another character I'd probably get a plush made of is Fluff, the owner of the news station, or I guess the former owner of the news station. And she's a bit more complicated, because I would not base a plush of her off of how she appears in the show, because in the show, she's just this generic cat plush my brother got years ago. And that's boring as hell. She's only like that in the show because, well, she's a white cat plush. That's pretty much it. That's all she wrote for that. So, anyway, instead I'd model her after how she appears in my book instead. You know, the medium the character was created for. Yeah, I should probably mention Fluff's characterization in the, in Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures is nothing like her characterization in the book. In fact, Book Fluff and Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures, Fluff would hate each other. Quite a lot. Oh, hi. Haha. Okay. But yeah. So, I model after her design in the book, and in the book, she is a 4'3" anthropomorphic cat. And her eyes are actually purple, not blue. I hate that the plush I use for Fluff's eye in the show's eyes are blue. Because every canon version of her, every variant of her eyes being purple are a constant. And she wears a purple sweater and skirt. That's her default that's her default appearance. And that's what I would base a plush on. Not how she appears in Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures, because how she appears in Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures is just I don't know, if I made a plush of her to better reflect how she appears in the book, or to more reflect her book character, I'd probably end up shifting her characterization in Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures to be more in line with. I guess the only reason I haven't done that is because Book Fluff and Sonic Plushies Stupid Adventures Fluff, as far as appearance goes, are vastly different. But yeah, so game, can you stop like rubber banding me? Thank you. Where is everything? So yeah, now let's address the elephant in the room. My plush Sona. This one's a little bit more complicated. SPSA, or I'm gonna give her and her SPSA comics variant, I'm gonna give both of them proper names. Once I sort out my own name, because calling both of them SPSA is just, yeah, I'm gonna need to do that for Fluff's Multiverse anyway, a project that I do want to talk more about once Sage is present, or next time Sage is present, because the book heavily involves their original characters too, so but Fluff's Multiverse, yeah, I'm good. Fluff's Multiverse, specifically the second installment of that book, because I'm doing 4 separate installments for this project. In the second installment of the project is going to dive into the universe of SPSA Comics, and I want to give proper names to all of those characters for Fluff's Multiverse. And once I nail down SPSA's proper name, I can nail down, it'll be the same for, Plush SPSA 2. But anyway, moving on. Her character. She is another Build-A-Bear, but she is covered in Star Wars logos. Obviously, I can't do that. Yeah, I cannot do that. So, but since the bear covered in logos is such an, I guess, iconic part of her character, or at least her physical design, I'd want to keep that intact. And I didn't really know how I would go about doing this when I realized, hey, idiot, your channel has a logo. It's a very basic one, but my channel has had a logo since 2021. So I can just make it so the bear is covered in that logo instead. I'd also change her eye color to better reflect my actual eye color. I don't know if I'd keep her. I'd definitely not keep her outfit the same, because whenever I get the chance to go to Build-A-Bear again, I want to maybe I can just order something better online. I want to get a more female outfit for her. Hey there, buddy. Are you gonna make me come up here? Haha, okay. And we won. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys liked the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in whatever I post next. Bye.